Esorfranki is a civil engineering and construction group specializing in geotechnical services and pipelines. Esor listed on the JSE in 2006 and acquired Franki shortly afterwards. It has a market cap of 486 million rand and a price to earnings ratio of 20, but pays no dividends. Now, how does this compare with Calgro and the positive story on that front? First of all, talk us through, well, this is a completely different story from a share price perspective, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. I think what we're looking at when they listed, there was a whole hype around infrastructure spending. 2010, everything was happening. Geotech was first on the ground, which was the core business of the company. And as the spending went along, they sought to diversify because they had to keep on being part of the spending, and then they went into civils and pipelines. Now, pipelines didn't quite pan out. We've had that huge debacle over Western Aqueduct not happening. The civils is actually covering is the main contributor to results at the moment. So they're going through a bit of a turnaround, like I said as well. Once off is a turnaround, whether it's sustainable, that is what we need to see. And I think that's what the shareholders are looking at as well.
Exactly, and if it is sustainable, then at 170 it's a good bet because that turnaround could be the catalyst for much better share price performance.
Yeah, personally I always preferred the geotech work, which is the digging of holes before they do these constructions. Most of the piling work and so on is them. Also doing that work in Africa. The trouble with the general civils is that everybody does that, so it worries me a bit if they're going to start getting involved with that sort of thing. Quite a choppy track record, traded as a high of 9 Rand a share, did a rights issue which Sanlam underwrote.
And Coronation.
You know, right there, I think at about 1 Rand 70 or 1 Rand 80 or maybe it was slightly more. So a lot of pain has been absorbed here. But I do like the management team. I like Bernie Kroner. I like the old Frankie guys, Wayne van Houten, the CFO. So they've got a good team and I think do good work. So they deserve to do better.
And it's an appropriate time to start looking at a stock when the pain has been absorbed, as Paul so eloquently put it. The share price has priced in all the bad news and is poised for recovery.
No, definitely. I think we're just looking at visibility. Is it going to be sustainable given that nothing big is happening at the moment? And the only
When you say sustainable, does it mean that again we could potentially face a bankruptcy?
I don't think bankruptcy. I think that the turnaround strategy, they're containing costs quite well at the moment. I think in terms of order book, it's like a double-edged sword at the moment. You don't want the order book to be too long, because then you lock in very low margins. But you want to see that there is visibility at least 2 years down the road that they actually have work. And at the moment, the main order book is very much leaned towards the civil side, which is the building side as well. And I mean, we've spoken about the lower margins in building. Geotech is only starting to recover now. And that is in Africa. That's not happening in South Africa. So there are still a bit of teething problems, but I'm not saying that they're closing down doors. It's a turnaround story, definitely.
We don't want the CEO beating down.
No, definitely not.
At CNBC Africa, hot or not, Paul Turan?
No, I'm afraid not hot right now, but one to watch.
Janine, hot or not?
Definitely one to watch, but I'm lukewarm on the story at the moment.
Hot or not?
Not.